not me about to expose myself. Ah! Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you guys have clearly read from the title, I'm going to be telling you all the story of how I met my boyfriend. Woo! How I met my fiance. Sorry, I gotta get used to that. It feels so weird saying fiance. Like, I've been saying boyfriend for so long. But anyways, I'm gonna be telling you guys the story of how I met my fiance. So make sure you guys get comfy, get your comfort food, comfort drink, whatever it is. I have my box of tissues because my allergies have been acting up and I've been under the weather for the past week. And I have a bottle of water, so stay hydrated. I also have my blanket. So make sure you guys get comfy and get all ready for this story time because it's some tea here and there, I think, but it's quite interesting, but not me about to expose myself. Ah! Anyways, whatever, let's get started. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe if you aren't, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and let's begin. I have my notepad here with some points that I need to make sure that I hit because I don't want to forget anything. So first thing is first, I need to give you guys a backstory so you can understand the flow of the story, like once it gets to the juicy bits. So after I moved from Jamaica, I moved to Ohio at the age of 11. So it was in 2010, and it was like 10 days until before I turned 12. So yeah, moving from Jamaica to Ohio, big change culturally, weatherly, everything. But my second year of living in Ohio, I started going to an private all-girls school, and mind you, it is predominantly white. So the culture is very different, one, and then there's also no boys there, which if I didn't move from Ohio, if I didn't move from Jamaica, I still would have gone to a all-girls school. But Jamaica is so small and everyone is mingling and whatever, so you're gonna bump into a boy here and there, you know. And it's not like I didn't bump into a boy in Ohio. I did bump into them, but I did have boys around because I was in theater, and there was an all-boys school in the vicinity, so they also would play like the male roles in our plays and stuff, and we had like dances, parties and whatnot. So I did, there were boys around, but the culture was different. And plus at the time I was living with my father, and he's Jamaican and strict, so that should explain it to you. It would have been hard for me to keep up having a boyfriend and stuff, and it would have been a lot of sneaking around, which I just didn't have the energy to do. But I spoke to the boys, like when we had like the theater stuff. I did make out with this one Jewish guy in a parking lot. So that was like the most action I got in high school, was that makeout sesh. That's funny. I did have a boyfriend, an American boyfriend. He was black, and it lasted a week because he wanted to go see 50 Shades of Grey. And like I said, I have a strict dad, and I never even mentioned to my dad that I spoke to boys, much less to be telling him, oh, my boyfriend wants to go on a date with me to go watch 50 Shades of Grey on Valentine's Day. No. So he broke up with me because I told him I couldn't go. Irrelevant. But you guys get the gist. So most of my time in Ohio or in high school, my time would be on my phone, on Facebook, WhatsApp, and it's not like Tinder or whatever dating apps they're out there type meeting. It was like my friends from prep school in Jamaica. I would be introduced to their mutual friends, and they would add me on Facebook, and we'd just all like just talk and stuff. until it gets into like me getting added into WhatsApp group chats, and that's how I'd meet people here and there. When I moved from Jamaica in 2010, I didn't go back until 2014 for my uncle's funeral. So I never met a lot of these people that I would speak online. So I did have boyfriends. Oh my gosh. So I did have boyfriends, but they were internet boyfriends. I did eventually meet them in person once I started going back to Jamaica for the summers. But you guys get the gist. Like, I was just mostly having online boyfriends, like through Facebook, WhatsApp, and we'd Skype or Uvu here and there and stuff. So that's pretty much like the backstory. All the guy attention that I got were the ones that I met on Facebook or WhatsApp group chat and whatnot, which were just like 3 people. So now that you guys have that backstory, you will understand like how I'm gonna like meet my current fiance. So I also have to like go into another story of like my ex-boyfriend to make more sense once I get to the boyfriend story. So now that you guys have the backstory, let's give you another backstory of like the previous relationship, like a short backstory of the previous relationship before my current relationship. Okay, so fast forward to 2016, when I was living in Germany at the time, and one day I was on Skype with one of my friends, and he was in school, like in class at that time when I was on Skype with him, and there was this guy next to him just like looking and just like, you know, just interacting and stuff with us on the Skype call, until I think the friend just like kind of stepped away for a bit, and it was just me and his friend on the call, and we were just talking, getting to know each other. And then I think we just like exchanged information, and the remainder of my time in Germany I was texting him and Skyping him and stuff. And I believe he asked me to be his girlfriend before I left Germany, and this was like probably 2 weeks after meeting each other. Don't judge me. So now I have this new boyfriend, and at that time I've probably been single for like a year, 2 years, a year and a half, I don't know. The previous boyfriend before that was, actually no, the previous boyfriend before that I actually met in person in Jamaica, but then I had to come back, so then it turned into like internet boyfriend. But my my previous life is just sad. Anyways, let's stay on topic. So so we were just texting, Skyping, and all of that throughout our relationship until summer of 2016. I went back home. Like I told you guys, I've been going back home for the summer ever since 2014. So 2016, I'm back. I get to meet my boyfriend at the time, so my ex-boyfriend, and I was so excited and everything. I'm like, yes, I have a boyfriend, and we're in the same area. Quick pause. So like I told you guys, I had 3 previous boyfriends, like online boyfriends before him. The third one was, like I said, I met him in person first before we got into a relationship. The previous 2 I met on Facebook, but when I met those 2 in person, we had already been broken up. So this was like my first time having like a boyfriend, like getting to meet the person and we're still in a relationship. So at that time I was so excited, and like just excited for the summer, and like doing things, like exciting things, I don't know, whatever people in relationships would do, just hang out, go places together, whatever. That's what I thought. So when I got there, I remember one day I had his phone and I took a picture of myself and I put Mrs. and his last name, and I posted it on his Snapchat story. And while I was posting it, while I was typing the caption, one of a mutual friend saw, and she was like, really? Like just shocked. And mind you, it wasn't like a regular, oh my gosh, really? I didn't know you guys are, it was like a sus, like really? Like, keep that in mind. I will let you guys know what actually was going on, why that shock was so weird. But anyways, I posted it on the story. I kid you guys not. The story was gone within minutes. Deleted. I was like, why did you delete it? I don't even remember his excuse, but it was some excuse. I don't even remember, to be honest. This was like 7 years ago. But yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. I had just graduated from high school this summer. So I graduated high school in June 2016. So just keep that in your head. I'm a high school graduate, about to start college. But anyways, so I thought that was weird, but it didn't really, it wasn't like a red flag at the moment, like, or after the fact. Like, it was weird, and I was like, why, what happened to the story? But it didn't like click into my head anything, right? I think after that we hung out probably 2 other times, and I was there for like 2 months. He was always working, busy and whatnot, but anyways, irrelevant. And he was barely texting me, and I'm just like, dude, I'm here, and it's like, you don't even want to like hang out, see me, talk to me, whatever. So it was just kind of annoying at that point. But like I said previously, I've been in like WhatsApp group chats with a lot of people at the time, and Norman, my fiance, he was also in that group chat. And this particular day he was in there talking, and I was also talking, and then we kind of like spoke to each other in a way. And I was telling him how he left me on scene, okay? And he was like, no, you left me on scene. And I was like, yeah, right. So I went into his DMs, like his private DMs, and I was like, there you go, you left me on scene, because I sent the last message and I got double ticks, like blue double ticks. Quick backstory on how he left me on scene. So we actually had a whole history in our private messages that I didn't even really remember. I think that day when I told him that he left me on scene, I had gone into our private messages and saw. So that's how I was able to bring it up. But we had a pretty, we had a history, but it wasn't like a chatty history. It was mostly him sending me his links to his YouTube videos that he posted back in the days, until I sort of stopped responding or stopped opening his message. And I think then we spoke once, and then he left me on read. I'll have to go check back those messages. But anyways, so the funny thing is, the year before, 2015, when I was there the summer, I was gonna meet one of our mutual friends with my cousin and whatever. We're gonna go hang out, and I had to cancel because my uncle's gonna take me souvenir shopping. But apparently Norman was gonna tag along with his friend to come and meet up with us, but I didn't know that he was coming. And so it's been a inside joke or a running joke between us that I styled him, but I didn't. So I would have met him the year before, but it didn't happen. So anyways, 2016, we're there, and I told him that he left me on scene, and I went in his DMs and I was like, here's the proof and whatnot. And we were texting, and I mentioned that I think he said my last name, and I was like, Mrs., my ex's last name. Oh, so embarrassing, bro. I am so embarrassing. Oh my god. So then he was like, oh, really? Another person that is shocked. And the thing is, at this point, it's like, why are you shocked? If you know this person, why don't you know that he's in a relationship with me? You know what I mean? So he's also shocked, really? You're in a relationship with so-and-so? And I'm like, yeah, why are you shocked? And that kind of was the second incident, you know what I mean? So it was kind of But again, it missed me. It didn't click into my young ass head. But so whatever. We're there talking, and we're just talking as friends. Like, it's just innocent conversations going on. Probably like a month after like talking, or probably, I don't even know. I don't remember the timeline. I'd have to like go back and check those conversations. But I want to say like a month, it kind of took a turn into like being a flirty type of conversations. And mind you, he had a girlfriend at the time, and I had a boyfriend, obviously, as you guys know, at the time. And so it kind of like went, wait, did it go into a flirty, did it start getting flirty after we met in person? Oh, okay, so I think we were talking like as friends, and a month after, when we met a month after at his graduation. Yeah, so I went to his graduation because like obviously I had other friends that were graduating as well, and my boyfriend at the time was also gonna be there, and a bunch of other people. So we met at this graduation, and like I said, my boyfriend at the time was there, so you know, I was hanging out with him, taking pictures, but he was also being weird. Like, everything was just weird, like after the fact, like when you look back at it, and it was just being weird. Like, oh my gosh, it was just being so weird. I didn't know why. But anyways, so I met Norman at his graduation. I have photos. I might put a picture of our first time meeting here, but we did meet July 3rd, 2016. And then another month, but this month it was like, it took like a romantic or like a flirty type turn. Like, we were just like being flirty, I would say, but it wasn't like hard flirt. It was just like light flirt, if that makes sense. I don't know, but it was a flirty type conversations we were having. And then we kind of bonded a bit when we both got Zika at the same time. And we were just texting each other, and I told him like I was in pain and stuff when I got Zika, and then he was like, oh my gosh, I have Zika too. And we were just, you know, we bonded over that because we were both in pain. It was a horrible time for us. Oh my gosh, guys, pause. I just realized that I forgot to tell one crucial part of the story. So I know it was not right of me and Norman to both be talking like flirtatiously with each other while we were both in a relationship. I do not condone that, but it happened, and I can't change history. But the crucial part that I forgot to mention is that while we were speaking, and I think this was probably when we were like innocently speaking to each other, not like no flirt stuff, or maybe it was. I really don't remember. But I remember one day I was having a headache, because would I even be me if I didn't have a headache? And I told him that, and I also told my ex at the time that I had a headache, and which I've always been telling him about my headaches as well, and he didn't really give two shits about how I was feeling or whatever. It was just like, oh, hush, or whatever. And what really drew me more toward Norman was the fact that the next day he asked me, hey, how are you feeling? How's your head? And that was so like different to me. Like, he was different than anyone I've ever met before. So I was just like, you remember that I had a headache yesterday and you cared to even ask me how I'm feeling? Like, my current boyfriend doesn't even ask how I'm feeling like when I'm not feeling well. So that was like, I think that was when I started to like him more, when I realized that he cared. And he's just so, I don't know, he was just so sweet, and he still is sweet. And so yeah, that was a big factor in me like talking to him more than just friends. And I know I should have broken up with my boyfriend from the moment I started flirting with him, but at the time I was still trying to fix my relationship with him. But I don't know, it was just teenage drama, honestly, because yeah, it shouldn't have, yeah, but it happened. I can't change history, and it is what it is. I wouldn't change how we met, And yeah, I just wanted to come in here and interject that part of the story because I realized I didn't tell that part. So now you guys can continue with the rest of the story. Then we found out that we were gonna both be moving to Florida, like in the same area where because his college was literally right across from my college. So we found out that we were gonna be like literally in the same area and stuff, which was cool and something to look forward to. And after the summer ended, he left Jamaica before I did, because he was not born in Jamaica, so he doesn't have his citizenship. So he would have to have like probably get more paperwork and stuff to stay after the age of 18 or get his citizenship, but he didn't have either of those things, so he had to move back to America. So which is why like he was going to that college, because he's originally from South Florida and I was going to South Florida for college. So I think it was just a match made in heaven. It was just like destiny, you know. So anyways, he left Jamaica before I did, and the next week I came back up, went back to Ohio to pack up my stuff, and then I came to South Florida. And my birthday, which is August 23rd, so that's basically like when school started. Like I always had school on my birthday. It was so annoying. But anyways, so school started and everything, and he surprised me the day after my birthday. I think he was gonna surprise me the day of, but it didn't work out, so he surprised me the day after, and we met and stuff and hung out, and it was just so nice. And you know, and then I found out that I still had the boyfriend, by the way, guys, but we weren't really talking that much because I was just emotionally and mentally checked out, and I had this new boo in my life that I was more invested in and stuff. So like he wasn't really talking to me, and I feel like I was fighting for his attention and fighting for him to respond to me, until I just kind of just was like, you know what, F that, I don't give up anymore. Like, do you, I'll do me. And I found out that he actually had a whole girlfriend the entire time. Like before he even asked me to be his girlfriend, he had a whole girlfriend. And to me, it's just like, why did you even bother? Like why did anything even happen if you had a girlfriend? You know what I mean? So you just wasted my time and whatnot. And that's why, remember when I said keep that in mind? That is why that mutual friend, when she saw me putting that caption, she was shocked, because she knew that he had a different girlfriend and was confused on how I was his girlfriend. That's why when I told Norman that when I put Mrs. blah blah blah, he was shocked as hell, because he also knew like when did you be, like, you know, in his head it's like, huh, wait, I thought he had this girlfriend. When, so guys, bunch of red flags, didn't catch them, but hey, I caught it. Probably late, but I still caught it. And when I found out, I was just like, wow. Like I think I cried that night. I was just like so sad, and I was just like, really? Actually, I don't think I cried. Actually, I think I did cry. I honestly don't remember, but I ended up breaking up with him the day after my birthday, or 2 days after my birthday. But I broke up with him and put all my focus and attention on Norman, obviously. He still had his girlfriend and I think 2 months after like I broke up with my boyfriend, he broke up with his girlfriend. And then 2 months after that, or 3 months, I don't remember, on November 30th 2016, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes. And we've been together ever since, and 7 years later he asked me to be his wife, and I said yes. So I don't know, guys, let me know know. I feel like this one was a match made in heaven. It was like a destiny, fate, like yeah. Oh, I love him so much. He's literally my best friend. Like, he's so freaking funny and so aggy that, like, yeah, I just love him, and he's my best friend. And that's the story and how we met. I know there was a lot of details, but I had to include, like, my backstory and that ex backstory, and, like, you know, it had to lead into it. Like, I wonder if we had met the year before, like in 2015, if I didn't cancel that meetup, I wonder if our relationship would be where it is. And I'm not sure. I don't think so. And I think I am very grateful for the way how we met, even though it wasn't really necessarily right, because we did indeed, that's cheating. We did cheat on our previous partners. Yikes. But you know, high schoolers, I do not do that in your relationships, guys. Like, please. Once I found out, and it's not even like once I found out that he cheated on me, because I was gonna break up with him, but what actually made me break up with the ex was because Norman and I kissed. And I'm not like, I don't really do cheating, and that was my first time like doing something like that in a relationship. So I made sure that I was like, oh, I have to end my relationship with that person because I crossed the line. And but at that same time of knowing that I crossed the line, I found out the news of him having a whole girlfriend the entire time. So yeah. But anyways, yep. With all that being said, guys, I'm happy with my relationship that I'm in. Well, obviously we've been through a lot the past 7 years. Not like necessarily within our relationship, but like just in life. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. Like, the stuff that I've been through, guys, like in life the past 7 years. Crazy. So if you guys want a story time on the shit that I've been through, let me know. Comment down below, and I'll give you guys some more tea on my life. But yes, that's how I met my fiance. And 7 years down, this year will be 8 years in November, which technically August, but November will be officially 8 years. And that's insane. Being with someone for 8 years is actually insane. I'm proud of us. So yeah, that's the story and how we met. I know this might be a shocker to a lot of people that know me. They probably don't know the actual story behind how me and Norman met, but that is how we met. And let me know if you guys like this story time. I have a lot of other stories I can share with you guys if you want to know. So let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.